Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for being here. Wow, it's been a while since I've done the meditation stream, and I'm glad to be back here again with you to help you get your Zen on. Thank you so much for being here, Alicia, and for your help. And DJ, good to see you while I'm live. Good to have you. And nice of you to drop in, and those lurking, and those that will be coming later, and those that will watch later as well. Always good to have you pop by. So thank you for doing so. Miss Rapunzel, how are you? Hola to you, and good to see you here tonight as well. So happy to be doing the meditation again, and it's much needed right now. I think it's so much going on right now, and we kind of tend to forget to step back a little bit from things, and it's our human nature to do that. I'm not saying that one shouldn't, because it is something that we all go through, and although I am a teacher of meditation, even I can have my moments where I have to remind myself, but that's okay. That's what is part of learning about meditation and Zen. And I like that I have different people from different backgrounds that come in here, because what it's all about is basically learning about yourself. And it doesn't matter what background you're from, it's always good to have that and to carry it with you, so that we can learn how to function through this life. And hey, Vader's girl, good to see you here. Thanks for stopping in. And for those who haven't seen my Zen And Now stream and are learning about it, or who don't know, I am a fully ordained, I can say fully now, fully ordained Zen priest. And so and so sorry about that. I just had to check my message here. I am a fully ordained Zen priest, so fully qualified to teach this subject. And so you are learning from somebody who's had several years of training. And even I still have to learn some Zen every now and then. But anyway, Terry, thank you for being here. I can see you now. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes, I can see you. Thank you. So wanted to kind of, for those who hadn't been here before, what we reviewed before was the breathing techniques and the importance of the breathing and the postures of your sitting, so that way you can sit comfortably and while you are meditating. And I reviewed some different ways of meditating for situations in where you may have trouble, like with your back or your knees or anything like that, so that you can still continue to sit comfortably and meditate. And when I left you last, I had said that I thought that I wanted you to start off at like 5 minutes so that it wasn't overwhelming for you, because if you try to do more, you'll quit. And I don't want you to quit. I want you to keep going with that. Sorry. Okay, my mouth is dry. All right. So, let me check here in with some of you and the Writer Brothers. Hello, good to see you. Thank you. So last time, SP4H. Oh, good to see you. Wookie Fever, good to see you as well. Well, look at you guys all coming in here. It's good to see you all. Thank you so much for stopping in. So, intruder alert. So last time I had the Vagrant Sewer. Thank you. Good to have you here. Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. Last time I had said, okay, here, start with 5 minutes, and then when we come back, I wanted to see if anybody had progressed from that point, because the one thing is if you know, habits take, as science says, at least 30 days before they start becoming a habit. It would be nice for you to have this as a habit so that you can benefit from it. It will take some time to do that, and that's why I want you to go slowly. And that way you can continue it, because what I really want to make sure that, I just really want people to meditate for the purpose of several things. Of course, with everything that's going on out there, I don't want to list it because, there's a lot in every part of the country and every part of the world. There are several things that are happening at this time that are making things a little bit stressful for us. And so I kind of wanted to focus on, coping or trying to get through the stress of it. Of course, stress is, as we all know, which I don't need to tell you, stress is not just bad because it's just, it's stress. That's a word we tend to use all the time. But it's also, it creates certain habits in your in your lifestyle. It actually changes your brain structure as well. So then you tend to eat unhealthy, sleep unhealthy. You tend to have unhealthy relationships and everything like that, because it builds up and it just continues. And what happens is that everything that you come across is going to feel so escalated, when normally it's not. People will be like, gosh, why are you freaking out over that? Well, it's because of everything else. So what meditation does for you is, of course, it's not a magical tool that's going to, you wave a wand and your stress is gone. It will help to reduce it, because what it's going to do is keep you a little bit more balanced, is going to help you think about how you react to stress so that you can do it more, I guess, Zen-like, so that you can react more calm about it, and then it won't be so escalated. So my hope is that you can learn to function through the stress, and then that way it won't build up. That way you're sleeping better, you are having a better relationship, and you are learning to solve your problems more efficiently, and that you won't have high blood pressure and all of that good stuff. So this is why my thing on this is, and stress is rest misspelled. Yeah, we're all kind of hoping for the magic wand, and it actually does work. I have been sitting every day for a while now, and I can tell the difference. And even though I've been practicing this, and it's still a challenge to get it to a certain length, like 30 minutes. It can still, depending on my day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are we there yet? Am I done? Sometimes I'm trying not to think about what I have to do after I meditate, because then I'm not meditating. So the main thing is to make sure that you're comfortable in your sitting. And for those who have kind of been here before, are you still at 5 minutes? Do you have questions about how you're sitting? And is there anything that you need help with that? So that way I can answer those questions for you. The main thing too is your breathing. I think it's funny that I've never given birth before. I've never had a kid, but I always wondered why they taught women how to breathe, and they help them breathe through the pain. They help them breathe to calm down. They help them breathe so that they can be more aware of what's happening during their childbirth, be more present instead of bogged down with the pain. And so, same concept. I know when I hurt myself, and like when I broke my toe recently, it hurt really, really, really bad. And I was breathing through the pain. And it helped a little bit, but it was still hurting pretty good, but it helped me stay a little bit focused. Stress meditation kind of like hot yoga. And the last time I tried to meditate, I literally stopped breathing. Very strange. You know what? It's actually not strange. Basically what that means is that you were in a deep enough state to where you tend to not need as much. In our waking state, we're walking, our body knows how much air we need to function so we don't pass out and stuff. But when you're sitting, you are completely still. And I have done that before too. There have been times where I will be like, whoa, okay. So I haven't had to take a deep breath in for a while. So it is not strange. It just means that you were that far into the meditation. So, hey, the Time Prophet, good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you pop in here. So yeah, it is entirely possible that you won't stop. Of course, you'll just take less breaths, and that's okay, because your body will tell you when you need it anyway. So let me see. Lately when I meditate, I have a lot of trouble clearing my mind. Usually I'm good for about letting go, but lately things just keep popping in. And I have said this before. I don't know if you were here during that time, TJ, but actually that's perfectly fine. That is part of learning meditation. It is not a bad thing to realize that you're not able to focus, if you understand where I'm getting at. Meditation is to help you become more aware of yourself and your feelings and what's happening around you. So clearing your mind, as I've said before, is not going to happen. But what you're wanting to focus on is when that happens, you're telling yourself, wow, okay, I'm thinking about this. Don't punish yourself for it because and don't judge yourself for it. So don't give up because it is perfectly normal. What you're doing is realizing that your mind is processing these things, but what you want to try to do is observe. Don't engage. That is where you're going to kind of get stuck in a little loop. So you're going to want to observe it and say, okay, there's that. But then you're going to kind of move forward. So you want to come back to counting your breathing, not your breathing. You're going to come back to counting and focus on your breath. And when something else pops up, just acknowledge it and go forward. You're never going to clear your mind. It's like I said, you'd be dead if that was the case. So it's perfectly fine. And it's okay, because when you realize those are the things that are on your mind and you come back to your breathing and you start focusing on your breath, then those things that came up are going to be things that you're going to realize later. And then all of a sudden you're going to be able to get through it, whether you find the answer to the question, whether you figure out, okay, well, this is how I'm going to handle it instead. So it's good that you're acknowledging. That is a really good thing. Zombie box reviews. Hey, good to see you. Good to have you here. You can create the stress you are trying to relieve. Yeah, absolutely. It just keeps adding. Exactly. An empty brain is not the goal. Couldn't have said it better myself because I blather on endlessly. So thank you. It is not the goal. And that's a perfectly good way to put it. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you on the replay, TJ. Thanks for popping in. We can work on that later. To get my new video finished. Yikes. Everybody's having trouble with the uploads. I think computers need a little Zen time too. So, yes, that can get frustrating in itself. I know for a fact. But thank you guys for coming in and for checking out the review on that. So, I wanted to kind of go over something here. One of the things I also like to do to help during meditation is I put the focus on other people and other things. So during a meditation, I can actually dedicate the merits of that sitting to a person, to an animal. I have been sitting. My dedication has been in sitting for a few people that I will name before my meditation, but also even like Suji. Everybody knows Suji, right? Joseph, Mozzie's dog. Since she's kind of taking a few steps back in the ability to use her legs. So I wanted to sit for that as well. So it kind of makes you realize what's happening around you, to connect everybody, to be aware of their needs as well as yourself. So always include yourself, but it helps to think of other people as well. So there might be times I might be sitting and thinking of you or saying your name during that sit, if I know what's going on with you. So that's something else that you can do as well in your meditation. Before you sit, say that you're dedicating that time to insert name, insert pet, whatever. So it helps as well. So for those of you with different religious backgrounds or no backgrounds, you can, do your prayers. You can do whatever you want to. But anyway, so that is also another thing I like to do to help me with my focus on the training as well. So the thing is, if you don't take control of yourself and how you react to situations, it will escalate badly. This is not, and I'm going to repeat this, this is not a substitute for therapy, because my cat is trying to get to the window and it gets a bit bright. So if you are seeing a therapist, if you want to go see a therapist, it's absolutely a good idea to include the both. As a matter of fact, a lot of therapists are including meditation in their practice because they understand the benefits of it. And this is where my Zen moment comes in too, because my cat decides he wants to steal the show. Baby, Mama's busy right now. Could you maybe, I can't give you love right now at the moment, okay? Oh, mercy. You're too big and I can't. So, okay, how are we going to do this? Can we maybe try later? Sorry, guys, give me a second. Oh, my goodness. I can't. No. Okay, this is... Oh, okay, settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Okay. For some reason, you'll notice, speaking of pets, that they love when you sit. Yes, cat butt. I hope he wiped his butt. They love when you meditate, and they will actually want to sit with you, and that's okay. They, for some reason, like that time. Oh, my human is just sitting there doing nothing, and they get curious. So you're going to find that your pets love. Yeah, this cat is ginormous. Hey, PJ, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, cat. Did you wipe your bottom? I hope so, because that's embarrassing, your little bottoms on the camera. My God, he's heavy. I know, baby, but you're too big. You're so big. Come on, settle down. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. So, anyway, learn to say no. I don't with the animals, because they want to be part of it. I don't know what he's trying to do right now, but but I used to have to put him in the other room, but he likes to sit and meditate, so I don't mind. He's really just, my goodness. And they're also very zen, so it's the other thing. His purring is so relaxing. Okay, all right, I'm gonna have to put you down though, because you're really just now getting in the way. Look what you're doing. Look at everybody on the camera. Look what you're doing. Okay. So, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's this cat's ginormous, so it is big. Okay, let me see. Oh wow. Yeah, everybody definitely reacts different to stress and situations. And that is one thing that I tend to do is keeping calm in situation is definitely imperative depending on what's happening. It could save lives, definitely. And so my reaction now with all my training, I have had martial arts training on top of Zen training. So my first reaction is plan of action. How am I going to help this person? But yeah, it's just really embarrassing sometimes because like now I can't even see you guys. Uh, well, I appreciate you guys being patient. There's also the opposite of Zen. Absolutely. Um, there is definitely the opposite of Zen. Game will not be tonight. And you see what you just did there, Zen Kitty? Okay. Um, yes, I definitely have had martial arts training. Um, so he is testing my Zen right now. So I'm being as calm as I can because he's trying to get down my blouse. So that's embarrassing. Anyway, so let me see what's going on there. As soon as I can get this little guy moving out of my way. What are you doing, baby? Come on, come sit. Come sit. Okay, you're so ginormous. I can't maneuver you. Okay, calm down. No cat butt in the camera. Okay. Okay, calm down. Sit down. Sit. Okay, sit. Oh my gosh. This guy. Anyway. Okay. So, Country Girl Ninja, you guys are hilarious. Oh, okay. Um, this is it. This is a Maine Coon. That's why he's so ginormous. He's a Maine Coon cat. So I guess he wanted to be the star of the show today. He's purring really nicely, and so, but yes, I don't ignore these little guys. They definitely understand Zen, and it helps. So it could be right. He is, yeah, he is a little ham. He's definitely in tune with my emotions. He is a baby that will comfort me when I'm sad. He actually licks my tears. So he must understand something. But anyway, so here I am going on about the cat. So anybody have any questions about how if they have questions about your sitting, your posture, your breathing, I'm happy to, exactly. That's exactly it. Uh, um, and that way I can help you with that. So, because last time we went over a few sitting postures, and when I injured my knee, I had to stop sitting on my cushion and using a chair. And at first, it was a struggle for me because I kept thinking, I'm not really sitting. This isn't sitting. I'm used to being on the floor. I like it because it's physical. You become more flexible. You tend to have a better line of breathing, and it's just to me that was sitting. So now I have to use a chair for a little while until my knee gets better, and it's okay, because I find that I can still go into that deep sense of meditation regardless of how I'm sitting. So if you're using a chair, then, oh man, that's horrible. And that's what you love to do. You know what? The other thing about meditation is that it does actually, and I've said this before, alleviate pain as well as stress. It's good for your health because of that. I had a pinched nerve on the back of my neck to where I couldn't even move my mouse for a while and stuff because I could feel it all the way through. Couldn't sleep at night. And I started meditating a little bit deeper, a little bit longer. And I found that it started kind of working through, and now I don't have it at all. I also started implementing some other things into not just meditation, because meditation is one thing you can do, but there are so many different things. When you're more calm, you're going to eat a little bit better. You're going to exercise a little bit more, whether it be yoga, whether it be Tai Chi, going to the gym, doing a few laps. But I have also been getting people on a kick with the mushrooms. I have been telling people about the healing powers of mushrooms. And if you're not allergic, then I would suggest that you look into that or ask me about that, because it helps with pain. It helps you with anxiety. It helps you sleep better, your stomach, your brain. The mushroom has a closer DNA to the human. And so when you consume it, like the mushroom's like, oh yeah, I know what to do, where to go. So it starts healing certain things. So people that have Alzheimer's or depression or pain or inflammation, it starts healing your body of that. And I personally know people that I have mentioned this to, and started taking it and started feeling better. So that is something I'm going to bring up because I'm actually going to be growing myself. I have been actually. The lion's mane, the cordyceps, those mushrooms that help ease pain. My whole thing is I love healing. Healing your mind, healing your body, and anything to do with healing. So I would like to help in that sense. With knee issues, do you suggest using a chair versus the floor? Yes, especially with knee issues, which is why I haven't used the floor method at this time. It's been a long time. It's driving me nuts because the longer I don't use the floor, the longer it's going to take me to go back to being flexible again, because sitting on the floor works your thigh muscles a lot, and your legs, your arm. I mean, it's a physical thing. But I suggest using the chair when you're having knee issues, because you do not want to irritate that knee. And I've said this before. Some teachers, if you do happen to go into a center and you're trying to learn meditation from somebody, if any of them ever, I don't know if he's hitting the microphone, sorry guys. If any of them ever say to you, don't move even if it hurts, please consider trying, maybe looking for a teacher who understands that that's a bad thing. It's okay if they're telling you to sit through things, if you're struggling like with trying to stay focused, or if you're feeling like you got to move and things like that, they're gonna tell you, hey, deal with it. But if you are in massive physical pain and they're saying sit through it, please don't, because it'll make it worse, and that is very bad. You should be able to shift. You should be able to move into more comfortable position. Hey, Blue Harvest Toys, good to see you. Thank you for being here. The cat has settled in. What? Chase your mouse. Oh, very funny. And so yes, Alicia, you want to use the chair. So what you want to do, hang on, somebody's moving here. Okay, on the road. Go ahead. Here. Okay, let me put you down. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Upper strength muscles there been working out. So what you want to do is when you sit in the chair, and sorry, he was undressing me, is you're just going to sit with your back straight still, and you're going to have both feet on the floor, and just flat on the floor. So make sure your chair is aligned nicely so that you're comfortable there. Let's see. Wow. Holding a stone object and focusing on other people's, focus on keeping your hands empty but in different positions. Is there anything to either of these ideas? It's a very good question. I had gone over it one time about that, but for those who haven't, holding something to focus on it. I don't recommend straying from what you're trying to focus on, which is your posture and your breathing. There is a way to do your hands, and for those who haven't seen it before, when you're sitting, now I got hair all over my rakusu. When you're sitting, you'll always see pictures of Zen priests sitting in this position with this arms in front like this. So you're going to take your dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, you're going to take your right hand and you're going to put it over your left hand and vice versa. And you're going to put your thumbs together so where they're barely touching. This is your monitor. This is what you use to monitor your focus, your meditation. And the reason you do this is, and you put your dominant hand over, is because it's kind of uncomfortable. And it's meant to be a little bit weird. But your thumbs are your gauge. So if you're meditating and your thumbs start to do this and they start going up and they start touching really hard, it means you're too stressed and you need to relax. If they start coming apart, it means you're losing focus completely and you need to come back to it. So when you notice, oh, my thumbs aren't even touching. Okay. Hey, don't judge. Remember, don't judge. It's good that you're being aware that you're not focused. So you bring them back and you go back to it. And remember, when you're starting, I started meditation this way to get me back into focus. You count from 1 to 10. And as I've said, you will never, ever get to 10. Never. And that's okay. The furthest I think I ever got was 7. Before I had to go, oh, okay. 1, 2. 3. And so that'll help you keep track. So that's a very good question. And you have to use the magic mushrooms. No. No, you don't. There is such a thing as microdosing on some of those, only because some of those actually have incredible benefits, but one doesn't have to actually do that. Let me see. Fan of eating them. So they have completely healed some stroke damage they've had for 6 years. Yes, this is like one of the big testaments that I've been excited to hear about, because you don't have to eat them. They are, a supplement. You can actually take them like your vitamin every day. And the one I suggested to Dr. Omega were the ones with the lion's mane, the cordyceps, and the rashis. Those are the ones that have the healing properties. The supplements that I recommended also have various other mushrooms that are good for a lot of different things, but they certainly help. Like my knee feels so much better. I can walk without using my cane, and I'm not limping. So it's helping. I still have to be careful because it can be bad, but you know what? It is. I'm glad you mentioned that. I couldn't remember the name of it. That is a very good thing to watch. I think it's on, is it on Netflix? I think it's Netflix. But if you have a chance, watch that. It'll actually tell you what the mushrooms do. And if you want to know what to take, let me know. I'll give that to you later. But the one I recommend, I've found, because I've been researching this for a while now, the one I recommend has the higher dosage of the lion's mane, cordyceps, and reishi, and those are the ones that you should do. So thank you, Blue Harvest. Thank you. I know it's late on your neck of the woods. I would hope that you, my cat floating around here helped calm you down a little bit from your long day so that you can have a good sleep time. Posture correction. Absolutely. Let me see. I might be behind in my chat here. If you're ambidextrous, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, if you're ambidextrous, because you're still going to have one dominant over the other. I am ambidextrous myself, but I still tend to use my right more than my left. I only use my left if it's absolutely necessary. But you're still going to have one dominant over the other. If you don't, then it doesn't matter. The point is that you're still using this method to keep track of what you're doing in your, to make yourself aware. Or you can try that method. Yeah. There's one behind me, yes, because that is the pumpkin I'm going to use for carving. I'm going to do a little video on that, carving pumpkins, and have a little chat with you while I'm doing it. But you're funny. That is not a pumpkin on the corner. That's actually the laughing monk. A lot of people mistake him for the Buddha, but that's not the Buddha. That's actually a monk that was known for his laughter, his happiness, his smile. So he is the laughing Buddha. So if you ever see the chubby Buddha there, that's what that is. And yes, you can make mushroom tea too. And there's all of a sudden everybody's realizing the power of the mushroom. So they started making all these different type of things for them, like teas and supplements and you name it. They now have what's called, I guess, some company out there, mud water. They call it mud water, but it's actually the mushrooms. There's another company that does it that's a little bit cheaper. And it's just a powdered supplement. You can cook with it. You can put it in your coffee. So there's lots of ways that you can do it as long as you take it in. Mushrooms in your coffee. Yeah. It's a powder, exactly. Okay. Melissa O'Neill from Dark Matter. Like, oh, I like her. She talks about mushrooms. Yeah, she knows. Absolutely. Love her. And yeah, and she's right about it because they are awesome. I'm gonna have to pop over here and see what that super sticker is. Oh, thank you for that. For $2 super sticker. Thank you. I'm breathing in cat hair. I apologize, but he was all up in my face. I haven't brushed him yet. So thank you for that super sticker. And pumpkin pie. I know. I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, I saw that. That's hilarious. That's kind of creepy. I'm gonna be doing a lot of different stuff, and I'm gonna try to make a copy of my template and see if I can put it somewhere where you can download it if you want to use that one, because I have 150 different templates. But the peanut butter squirrel method is where this lady was like, I'm not even going to bother carving it. She put peanut butter on a pumpkin and the squirrels ate through it and it looked demented. The walking pumpkin. All your kitchen videos. Yes, I'm loving those as well. Going to town with the new Ninja. The Country Girl Ninja is using the Ninja. And I'm loving it too because, man, the food's coming out good. And I will be doing cooking that food that I got from the spices, the Ethiopian food, and it looks really good. So I'm going to enjoy that. Thank you for the $2 super chat on that. And I want to go to Pumpkin Patch. Power of the mushroom too. Yeah, you're very right. Exactly. And I think he was the one. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there was this particular doctor that when they discovered this, they were professors at a university. And then they started talking about it, researching it and everything. They ended up getting kicked out. But the power of the mushroom is something else. And I'm bringing this up because, again, I want you to be good in your mind and in your body and everything else about you. That helps you function so that we can be better to each other, so we can think about those around us that need us as well, whether it be your family, your pets, or whatever the case. We can't think about other people if we haven't learned how ourselves to deal with things, or if we're not healthy enough to deal with things. So I hope this for you. Please let me know if you do have questions about that. Don't live near pumpkin fields. Well, that's sad. They're kind of fun. There's a lot of them here in Colorado. Puns are a big deal around here. They're pretty punny. So wow, my time is coming near, and I wanted to be able to sit with you for a little bit. But let me challenge you this, because I know I'll have a few minutes. But I want to see if you haven't started sitting yet. Remember, do 5 minutes. There may be some apps on your phone that will help you with the timing of it, so that it's a smooth transition in and a smooth transition out. Normally, I use a singing bowl and ring myself in and ring myself out. But if you're alone, you can. Sometimes I use the timer on my tablet that will count down, but I'll try to find a melody that will be calming as you come out. So 5 minutes for those of you who haven't started yet. If you have already, I encourage you to move it up now to 10 minutes. At this time, 10 minutes should be good. And I'm going to have you stick with the 10 minutes, because it'll take a while before you get to 15. So that's what I want for you to do. Now keep in mind your breathing. The breathing is important. And remember not to punish yourself if you lose focus. It is, again, a good thing, and it means that you're making yourself aware. So it's perfectly fine. Yes, right behind me, that big bad boy back there. I'm gonna carve him out. And somebody suggested I roast the seeds. Pink Floyd is good for meditating. Yeah, well, I don't tend to use any other music or noise for meditation. I'm not saying you can't, but it's good not to if you can help it. Roasted pumpkin seeds are so good, yes. And then put a little spice in them. Yeah, I think I might have to roast them up. So I'll have to do that and make them, I don't know, spicy? Why do I like everything spicy? I want everything to be spicy. I think I see that coming too. I think I see that coming after I'm going to have to do the pumpkin pie after I open the pumpkin inside. I didn't want to say gut the pumpkin because that sounds horrible. And then roast seeds. So we're using all the parts. And then when I take my pumpkins outside, I am certain that the squirrels and the magpies are going to feast on them. But well, yeah. I'm going to film it because it'd be hard to kind of do live because I need the space. But I also don't want to film accidents in case they happen to happen. So, because sharp objects in me. Anybody have any questions before we move forward? Because I talk too much. And I went over basically the majority of the things I wanted to talk about. The importance of the meditation, your breathing, remembering your breathing, and also supplements that will help you to heal so that you can sit better as well. So anybody have any questions? And let me see. Well, I don't see a question, but what I do see, film it in the kitchen. But my camera won't go unless I use my tablet or something or my phone. I can try, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Maybe I'll just have to use my phone and go live or something. But PJ, thank you for the $5 super chat for a pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks. You know what? That sounds good. I haven't been to Starbucks in a while. I haven't treated myself. Somebody treated me to this other alternative to Starbucks. I forget what it's called, but they have this caramel apple one. Oh, merciful heavens! It tastes like you're biting into a caramel apple, and I was doing a happy dance because it was so good. So I might use it for that one because caramel apples still work for October, right? Yes, I'm allowed to go to Starbucks. Thank you for the $5 super chat to do that. Starbucks canceled Battlestar Galactica. I did not know that time. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. Thank you for all the lovely super chats. You guys are awesome for hanging out tonight. And those of you who come back on the rewatch since you couldn't make it tonight, I do get you to come back. And so let me guess, since we're about to wrap up, Friday is, you guys are just cracking me up over here. So you're getting a timeout. Look at that. Black coffee. Black coffee, man. Ugh. I'm a 2 sugars cream kind of gal. I don't know if I could do black coffee. So Friday, I have a friend of mine. His name's Lee Howard. I've been friends with him for, God, such a long time. And I've watched him grow and succeed in everything he's doing. And I've been so excited that I wanted to have him on. He does. He was, him and his fiance, the most amazing cosplayers you'd ever seen. I posted a picture of him once. He did Batman. She did Catwoman. But he does all kinds, the Joker, you name it, and he's good at it. He looks so good. But what he does is they're called the Quiet Room Bears. He created the Quiet Room Bears, and he takes a teddy bear and he turns it into a work of art, and he makes them kind of scary. And he has been, celebrities have been requesting these from him. So he makes one specifically, and they're one of a kind. So he won't reproduce it. It'll just be, he creates it and he sells it, and that's it. You'll never see it again. So he has celebrities that have been asking him to do one for them, and he does, and they're amazing. And it's gotten so popular to the point that he actually did a film called The Quiet Room Bears. And so we're going to talk about that on Friday with him. So you could see these Quiet Room Bears. And my co-host is going to be his friend, my friend, our friend, Bill, who was actually on the stream with me once when he was in the movie for Crazy Fat Ethel. And he's doing another movie now. So the team's coming together so we can take a look at that on Friday. We're going to make October rock. I love fall, everything about fall. You guys are still going on about the Starbucks. A little coffee with... man, now I'm craving pumpkin spice. Instant coffee with the heck, time. I have to say though that you guys in Europe have some awesome coffee. That even instant, the German one. Oh my gosh, stuff is amazing. Even instant is good. But I usually fresh ground all my beans all the time. Billard. No, no, it's not. Oh my goodness. You guys have been so awesome, and I can't believe the hour just flew by like that. And I didn't see anybody else with some questions, I don't think. Yeah, I do like these mail streams as well. They're kind of fun. And this time I didn't get all emotional. Oi, oi, oi. You guys are cracking me up. Yeah, this is kind of fun. I do like spending time with you guys. Always make my streams so fun and exciting. I was pretty tired today, but you guys made it exceptional for me. Autumn is the best time of the year. It is. I love it. I love it so much. The rain, the leaves, the fog, the beautiful night sky. Just everything about it. Just because brand granule coffee. I don't know if I've tried that one. I do. I love the European ones. I think there's a Swedish one I drink. There's a German one, and there is a French one. You guys should look up. What is his name? Cute guy. I think he put. What's his name? Actor. Did he play Batman once? George. Is it George? Oh my God, I can't even remember his name. It's slipping my mind. Anyway, he does adverts for European coffee, and they're funny as heck. I love the smell of rain. Yeah, me too. I wouldn't lift your head and sniff it, but I'm kidding. Okay, so wow, our time is about up. And if you guys have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me on Twitter, how to get a hold of me on Facebook, and other methods. I may be starting my webpage. I still own teaandtelly.com. I'm excited to bring it up so I can get in touch with you guys there as well. Clooney, thank you. How did you know? Clooney, George Clooney. You had to look up those commercials. Yes, that's the one. They're great. I love them. As a matter of fact, it made me want to buy that coffee. Did I buy it? I can't remember if I did or not. Did I what? No, I didn't buy my rabbit mittens yet. I want to. Maybe next time. But you guys are so awesome. Thanks so much. It takes a lot of Zen to handle the chat. Sometimes. Yeah, he still does them in Europe. I like George. He is an awesome guy. He is very he's very big on rescuing animals, and I like that about him. That he thinks about them to rescue them, and so his pets are rescue animals as well. And speaking of the bunny, I keep posting stuff about the rabbit trail rescue because she is putting everything out of her pockets. So I like helping. I send the rabbits some toys, and they have so much fun playing with them. So even if you guys send them some toys, that means a big, great deal. Jack the Killer Tomatoes. I didn't even know he was in that. Yikes. So unforgiving. I can't even remember because I was like, did he play Batman? I can't remember. All I know is he's a guy with a big heart. Yes, he was. He was in that. I remember seeing him there. So I'm going to let you guys go because I'll be here forever talking if I don't. My stomach is talking, and I'm kind of hungry. So if you guys don't have any questions or think of them later, please let me know. I'm happy to help, whether it be for the meditation or the mushroom information. I'm happy to share that with you. I appreciate everybody for being here, and I appreciate the super chats, and I appreciate our time together and your tolerance of my cat, because it can get a little testy. Yeah, and you have one too, Miss Lisa. Thank you for helping out in here. Yes, may the spirit of the season be with you, fall. Appreciating our harvest, right? That's what I love about fall, is we honor our harvest that we have. So be good to each other and to animals, especially. They need us. And let me know if there's anything that I can do to help. In the meantime, please have a wonderful evening. We will see you on Friday. You guys take care. From Artwood Productions, have a good night.